I really can't. It's stressing me out. Hey, Hoochie. It has been months since I had a drink, and I just wanted to have a little champizzle to celebrate the new year. And I feel like everybody has been like pushing more sober, but I can see why people stay that way because I feel like somebody has drank all of the water out of my body. Like all I want to do is just chug, chug, chug water. So I was okay, let me make something a little hydrating. I don't think I have all the ingredients for pho. I might, but I don't think I do. So there is this other dish that's similar. It's called Mien Ga. I'm sorry if I butchered that pronunciation, but yeah, it's like the faster version of making pho. And I'm gonna see if I got some chicken backs in the freezer, and I'm gonna make that so I could just have like a nice warm bowl of soup. It's already cold outside. That's why I got my hoodie on, and like I'm just bundled up. So I just want to have some comfort food. So this is new age comfort food for me because my favorite comfort food dish is like birth has been chicken and dumplings. And I still like chicken and dumplings. I just feel like I just had that. So I wanted to make something else. I really want some noodles. Like I'm really in the Asian bag right now because if you haven't started trying out different Asian dishes, you need to because they are addicting. Very much so addicting. And I don't mean like one region, like Korean, Vietnamese, all of them. Their food is so good. So whenever people like talk to me like, oh, what you be making? Asian food. Something Asian. Like I ain't even gonna lie to you. So I'm gonna make the Mien Ga in the Instant Pot. You can make it on the stove. Like it doesn't take that long, but we're gonna make it in the Instant Pot today. It usually takes like 15 to 20 minutes. I usually cook mine a little longer because I'm gonna put my chicken in there probably. We're gonna see. If I have chicken that's thawed out, I'll just dump it in there. But if it's frozen, I'll probably cook it on the side. But I don't know. Let's take a look see about what we have here. I'm not even gonna talk y'all ears off today. This recipe is so simple. I'm just gonna start this the same way I would start pho by charring my aromatics, just the onion and the ginger. You could char these over an open flame, but as you can see, I don't have that option. So I'm using a cast iron because I like the nice little color that it's gonna give. If you get it too dark, make sure you scrape some of that extra charness off so it's not giving your food too bitter of a taste.
Relationship to grow. They tell me to trust a woman in this industry, but she not any woman, more like a sacred friend.
I'm going to be using a pressure cooker to make this. If you have a pressure cooker or Instant Pot, you can use it. If you don't, you could just do this in a pot. I'm going to be dumping everything I just charred along with all of the other ingredients I have listed in the description. And we're going to put that all into our pot here. yes, I did have some chicken backs in the refrigerator. These are very inexpensive. Like you can get a pack of 4 for like $2. So I'm gonna put 2 chicken backs in, and then I'm gonna go on with some chicken thighs. I think these are boneless. I don't really remember, but I'm not gonna be eating any of the meat from the backs, just the meat from the chicken thighs. And I do have this pho base that I'm going to add in just because I just found it in my cabinet. But if you probably don't have this, so just use some more chicken seasoning. That's what's in those little packets. Like when you get ramen noodles, it's just chicken seasoning. So I'm going to add just some of this base here. And maybe even just a little bit more because you really want that chicken seasoning to come through. And then get your rock sugar. If you don't have this, just add some table sugar, some honey, a little bit of sweetener just to balance the flavors. That's what the bag looks like there. And if you are the MSG police, please look away because I will be adding MSG to this. We're not gonna get into what MSG is in, okay? I'm adding some, and if you want to, you can add some too, okay? And then we're gonna dump a whole bunch of fish sauce in here. Whatever fish sauce you have goes great, but you want a good amount of this in here. But it is a little salty, so that's why you want to be a little careful with the other seasonings that you're adding. I do have some pho spices too. I'm just gonna add some just because I really like how there's cinnamon taste in this mixture, like the spice bag. So I'm gonna add just a couple of the spices. I should have toasted them. If I would have thought about it earlier, I would have toasted them. But yeah, so I'm just gonna dump some of them in there. I could have added a little bit more, but you know, I didn't want it to be pho. Like I just kind of wanted some of those spices to come through. You want to cover this with water until everything is submerged, maybe a little bit over, and then you're going to go in with some more fish sauce, okay? I'm just telling you what you got to do now. After a natural pressure release, we're going to get 2 separate bowls. And first we're going to get that meat that we're going to eat. We're going to take that part out first, sit that aside, and then we're going to get the aromatics out. The onion and ginger has done all it's needed to do. We're not done with our broth yet, so we're going to keep that in and we're going to continue to season it. If you've been cooking on a stove, what you do want to make sure is that your chicken can just fall apart like this, okay? So you may have to poke at it a little bit, but we're going to just strain it out either way. If you have an Instant Pot or just a plain pot, you just want to get everything out of your broth. So that's why you have a good slotted spoon. Some people may like want to pour it out and put it through a strainer. That's too heavy for me. This thing is hot, so I'm not going to be doing that. I do like to just get my slotted spoon in there. And with the chicken that we have over here, we're just gonna squeeze it together, let it fall apart on its own. You can even put it, my stand mixer's in the back. I'm not finna go get that stand mixer. So we're just gonna squeeze it until it kind of crumbles apart. And we have some nice little chunks that we could grab. You could cut it up with a knife too if you want to. But yeah, you need to taste it. Taste your broth now. You see, that's hot. There's gonna be oil on there, so try to get that oil off. But season to taste now that you have your broth made. So I'm going in with some more chicken seasoning. That's the main flavor that we have here. So don't think that you really can do too much, because if you put too much seasoning, you can always add some more water. So just think about the fact that you're gonna go ham with some chicken seasoning, okay? And now I'm sitting her looking crazy like, damn. Now onto the noodles. We're just doing some regular old ramen. That's not the typical noodles you use for this dish, but my other ones were all at the top. But you see the chicken seasoning packet, that's what I was using in the beginning. I use ramen without using the seasoning all the time, so I got a bunch of these little packages laying around. But yeah, I'm gonna cook like 3 of these, feeding 3 people, so I just figured that'd be a good round number. If you have the glass noodles that they usually make with this dish, use that, or don't. I'm not here to tell you what to do in your kitchen, just like you can't tell me what to do in mine. But I will say, don't do this, okay? Get you some tongs. I don't know, I just didn't want to dirty up another dish. Like, I was just sick of myself watching myself do this as I was doing it. I get on my own nerves sometimes, y'all. I did not grow up eating ramen, right? So it's some tips and tricks that y'all need to teach me, because I am just getting hip. And as far as this dish is concerned, not really doing things the technical way. There's no dumplings in this. I just like to add dumplings, okay? It's my house and I live here, okay? So that's all I can tell you. So we're gonna plate this up with the chicken and the dumplings in here, okay? They got chicken and I think pork in these dumplings. I don't know what it said. But yeah, this is just the part where you assemble and you add whatever tickles your fancy into this bowl. You can keep seasoning it, or if you season it enough, don't add nothing else. I like mine spicy. So I'm gonna add my favorite chili oil, and not no sriracha, because my sriracha is hot. Yeah, we're just gonna add the broth in here, and you just want to really get it filled all the way up. That's soupy goodness. That just really takes it over the top. And your furikake. You can never go wrong with the furikake, because look at this beautiful bowl. You need a bowl of this for real. Like, this is the most delicious bite ever. Alright, now time for a taste test. Okay, for real. Now time for the real taste test. When I tell you, I can literally eat this every single day. This is literally my favorite dish. And you can adjust it however you like. Because what I didn't add was an egg. And I love me a good jammy egg in just about everything. So when I say you gotta try this right now, I mean absolutely try this right now.